Hello YouTube, today at powerjackrepair.org. Oh. Oh, basically, for some reason, the stickers supposed to have something like that on the top, powerjackrepair.org. Maybe it's on the other side. That's the last list. Okay. So at powerjackrepair.org, we got Lenovo y50-70 model 20378. That's what it says right here. It's a 6.75 amp input, 20 volt, 6.75 amperage here. The power supply is like that. It seems like a genuine Lenovo power supply. Sometimes when we fix those jacks, clients complain that the connection is still not solid. The reason the connection is not solid because if you look inside, those metal springs in there, sometimes they get oxidated and they don't make contact with the new jack well. So people still have to wiggle it sometimes. Sometimes you see how bent this cord is. Sometimes the cord is being ripped off inside right there. And the problem is you can't just chop off this cord and put another tip on it because it has a tiny little resistor inside that's like a signal resistor. And without that signal resistor, the laptop won't recognize this power supply. So it's just gonna say, you know what, this is not a Lenovo power supply. I don't wanna deal with it. So sometimes you need to end up buying the whole new power supply after the repair. Anyways, so this is the model. Let's take it all apart. Somebody already took it apart before. I can see different screws in different places. Let's see if my screwdriver gonna be able to take care of it. Nope, doesn't want to take care of it. Nope. All right, so let's not waste our time with that. Let's do... I'm not sure if I've seen this laptop here before, so that's the reason why. I know what I need a different screwdriver. Hold on. Alrighty, so let's unscrew this guy. Let's unscrew this guy. Let's unscrew this guy right here. Let's unscrew. Somebody really tightly screwed everything in. Okay, again, those screws are not from this Opera. Yeah. So let's take the panel off. No, there's one more right here. Now this one is from this Opera. You can't even see it. It's the same color. Come on. All right. Oof. Right, so I wonder if I need to take everything off. Oh, all right, so you can see right there, the problem is, okay, so this is, all this crap. All right, let's disconnect the battery first, because we don't want to short the motherboard. As you can see right here, this guy has cables missing in the back, you see. Now, oh, all right, so it goes right under here, so you still need to take everything out because the cable, you can't really solder anything here. All right, so let's take it all apart. I mean, technically you could solder everything in place right there, but it's just much easier and faster for me just to do everything the right way. And the right way means taking this guy apart and getting the wire out and solder everything while the wire is out. So here, let's see. I wonder if I can just lift this guy up. No, I can't. I have this guy right here. Alrighty. Okay. This we remove here. Alright, so we need to lift up this screw right here. Those two guys right there. This guy. I'm pretty sure I won't be installing that plastic piece on top of here because I am afraid that this little thing is gonna fall inside and it's gonna short something on the motherboard, so I don't want to do that. Here we're gonna disconnect this guy and disconnect the cable right here. Alright, so let's disconnect the AC cable. Alright, and I'm pretty sure it goes right there, straight right there. Okay, so we got another screw right here underneath this cable. Alright, so we're gonna remove that screw. And let's see if we can lift the board up. Yep, we can lift the board up. How far can we lift it up? What's blocking it? Well, alright, let's see. I need to lift it up and move it to the left a little bit, because I can't really see what's going on in there. Alright, so here. Another one. Alright, now it should be nice and easy. Come on. Alright. Let's see, okay. Good. Alright, so we got an access to the jack. And here the situation is blue is in the middle, red a second from the sides, and the blacks are on the sides right there. We probably need to remove this this magnet because we still need a little bit more cable length, because as you can see those guys broke someplace not where I wanted to break. So anyways, the best thing is to cut everything off, because as you can see right there, this is not really gonna work out for me. And yeah, so let me cut all of those wires off, maybe just break them off, because I still need to strip every single one. Right, now my question is, how was it sitting in there? Was it sitting like that? Or was it sitting like that? So it was sitting like that. Let me go find another jack like that. Alright, so I removed the magnet right here so that the cable length would be slightly longer, and I stripped the wiring at the tip. The problem is this is not a copper wires, so they are really hard to, not so much to solder, but they are really brittle. You know, they once you start to wiggle this guy, they bend, and they don't bend like copper, they just basically break off in the back. So the goal is to solder this guy up, put this new guy right here. I just want to make sure that, yeah, Houston, we have a slight problem. This guy is going to be touching. Well, how did the, okay, I see how they, all right, so the problem is the positives right here are right here and right here. When you put it down, they touch the metal thing right here, this metal part. So so that's the reason why they put it all under the insulation right here, so that this insulation would not, and as you can see right there, there are traces left of of being pinched against this metal bracket in the back. So the easiest solution, just like any German car, we're just gonna put a little bit more rubber in there. Let's put a gasket right there. Yeah, it's like you buy any German vehicle, I mean older one, like 10 years plus, and it's gonna have leaks in there. Why? Because those guys just, the solution is let's just put some rubber piece in there, just like I did right here. And that way, when we're gonna put this guy on top, it's not gonna penetrate into the metal bracket right there. Now, I will show you a solution better than this, so don't worry about it. I just, for now, I just have to put this so that in case I forget. All right, so it's gonna be like that. So the longest wire gonna go towards the farthest way black wire, then red wire, then blue, then red and black. So these guys, we're just gonna keep you in order. Yeah, like that. So the longest wire goes on the outside. Let me show you how to solder this whole thing. Alrighty, so let's see if we can. Is this a good quality? Yeah, looks like you can see everything. All right. So how about, yeah, like that. Let's power up the soldering iron. And I guess I need to start with the shortest wire. Right here is the shortest wire. All right, so that's how we soldered up the wire, but I'm not really happy about it. Let me try a little bit more solder on this end. Alrighty. All right, so the red wire is here. Okay. Now let's, again, those wires are not exactly the best wires to work with because it's not copper. I'm not sure what they're made of, but really nothing great. All right, so you see nothing going through. I mean, you have to solder from both sides. And I'm pretty sure at the factory, nobody gonna solder every single cable like I'm soldering here right now. Because you have to solder like thousands of those cables a day on the factory. Yeah, and I can see that it's really tough. All right, so let me tin this wire because there is no loop to solder this guy through. All right, and the way you tin it is you put some flux. Look at my, yeah, I need to order a new handle for the soldering iron. All right, so we tin it. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna solder it to the, all right. All right. See how beautiful everything looks? Now this soldering job won't break off. Why? I will show you why in a second. Now let's try and put everything back the way it should be. I'm just hoping there's gonna be enough space here. Alright, so we need something like that right there. Come on, go in. And then we need to bring this guy underneath right there. Like that. And like that and like that. Beautiful. Is there enough space for... No, not enough. Okay, like that. It's just the goal is for all of the cables not to be stretched. Alright, so now none of the cables are stretched. And we can safely put this guy down. Alright. And the way how you put it is make sure all of the cables are on this side. Alright. Alrighty. Again, all the wires here has to be loose. They're not supposed to be stretched out. Okay, okay. So yeah. Oops, sorry, we're recording already. Yeah. So it just sometimes there's a delay, but this time here. So let's make sure that this whole thing sits properly, and it doesn't sit properly for some reason. Something is iffy. I don't see what, but it's not the way how I want it to be. This thing has to be sitting in there, but instead it's not sitting. Maybe something isn't right with the hinge environment someplace. Let's see. Alright, so it's sitting here. It's not sitting right there. What's going on? Oh, okay, right here. You got some damaged plastic. Okay. And right here. Yeah, you got damaged plastic here as well. Okay. Okay, let me try and shake all of the damaged plastic out of there. Alright. Oops, we hit the camera. My 4K camera. Okay, so how are we doing now? Wow, this is much better, yeah. So yeah, make sure that there is no loose plastic anywhere. Otherwise the whole thing not gonna be sitting properly. So here we want to connect this guy right here. We want to connect that guy right there. And we want to connect this guy right here. And we want to connect that guy here. Okay. And we want to connect this guy. So I guess maybe I didn't need to extend the wires, but I just did it, so just in case, right? So like that. Okay. Okay. Good job. Excellent. Now let's screw down the screws all over the perimeter. Like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. Now, technically, we're not done yet here for one simple reason. We still need to... Alright. You know what? We don't even need this thing because it's a broken piece of garbage that's not even gonna do anything here. Yeah. Alright, so what we need to do, we need to screw down the screw right here. And yeah, okay. So like that. Let's connect this guy. And we got one more right here. Okay, wonderful. Make sure all of those wires are connected. Connected. And here we got okay. All right, so what we're gonna do here, this is gonna break again in the future because you see how it moves, you see how it's broken right there, the whole plastic. So we can't just leave it like that. We have to do really something here. And that's something I'm gonna show you in a second. All right, let me put this guy in there for now. All right, so what we left is the battery. Everything else should be connected. I hope clients didn't take this guy off. Okay. So here's the. All right. So we are doing this, and then we are doing that, like that. All right. Alright, so let's see if I messed things up or not. If the glue penetrated the inside of the jack. Nope, seems like it's okay. Nothing got penetrated, so what I want to do next is just put a little bit glue, a bit hot glue on the outside edge so that the sides would hold everything just fine and a little bit in the back. Alright, right there, and it's not going anywhere. Alright, good job. Now the problem is sometimes the hot glue penetrates the jack. Once it penetrates the jack, you have to replace the jack again. And with the hot glue, we insulated the rear wires. I just hope that this wire right here won't be rubbing onto that piece right there. Okay. Good job. Excellent. I think it's excellent job. Alrighty, so I added as much hot glue as possible all around the connector. Nowadays, let's see if we can put the battery back in place. Like that. Like that. Alright, so it seems like something is in the way here. Oh. Okay, good job. Alright. Let's connect the battery. We do usually vacuum the system. However, the vacuum system is where we do most of the repairs, not where we make the video recordings. So this one was extremely unlucky system when it comes to not being vacuumed. All right. Alrighty. All right, so the moment of truth, let's see if it's gonna work. Obviously not the laptop I would wanna own or buy or spend my money on, but here, let's take a look. All right. And I don't see any lights. Oh, no, I see. There's a white light right here, the front. Let's power this baby up. And we got Lenovo on the screen. And we want to start doing this. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And please leave a like, subscribe. And you guys have a good day.